into my channel. This is Seema here, and today we are doing a fun photo frame, a floating photo frame, and I hope you enjoy the video. And if you're new here, I hope you will like what you see and you will consider subscribing. And if you do, please do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you get informed every time I post a new video. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. For this DIY, what we need is we need two 36-inch long pieces of wood, which is which normally comes to about it comes in 8 foot by 1.5 inch size, which you can get it cut down at the store, or you can cut it with a handsaw. And then you need 13-inch pieces, which are four. So four 13-inch pieces and two 36-inch pieces. So this is what you need. And as I said, you can get these wood pieces cut, and they are pretty fine, but if you think they are rough, you will have to use a sandpaper to smooth them out. I've already sanded them because it was just easier to sand the long pieces. Now I've shifted my workspace to the floor because the camera was very close. So all I'm doing is just setting it up, making sure everything is staying up in line. I am going to be putting the two long pieces and then four pieces at equal distance. So for that, what I do is put the two ends first and then try, and I've not measured it honestly. I have just eyeballed it. However, you can go ahead and measure it. It should be around 12 inches apart. Sorry, yeah, close to about 11.5 inches apart it will come out to be. So I've just gone ahead and now I'm adding glue. I'm adding regular wood glue to attach the pieces. I'm adding Fevicol to the ends and just putting it there. Then to reinforce these joints, I will also go ahead and tag them with a nail gun, as they say, or you can use a stapler as well. It will work just fine, not a problem. And if you don't have any of those materials, it's no worries. You can take those small nails that come, they are also called finishing nails, and you can use a hammer to just put them in. As you can see here, I'm using the nailing gun, and you will see me, because the nails did not go fully in, I will hammer them down with a regular hammer. So once that is done, this is the way. In total, we are done with the frame. We just need to now work on how we will go ahead and attach these things, our photos, or how we will, the floating mechanism that we are trying to make here. So guys, when you are adding wood glue, I just wanted to let you know that when you are adding wood glue, and if you see any wood glue seeping out, just use a damp cloth and wipe away all the extra glue that has seeped out, because if it dries, it gives you a very rough texture and it's very difficult to take it apart. Yeah, I'm just hammering the the nail heads down because they did not go in when I was using the nail gun. So just tapping them in lightly helps me do that. So once that is done, I leave it to the glue to dry. In the meantime, what you need to do is you just need to go ahead and prepare the photos that you will be using. I went ahead and got my photos laminated. I have a laminator at home, so I laminated my photos. However, you can get it done at any stationery or Xerox store where you get your photocopy done. They will laminate it for you for very cheap. It's not very expensive. In fact, if I'm not wrong, I think you can get this entire project done in under 300 rupees, and it will be a unique project. So there you see, I'm just putting in the photos and seeing where what distance I need to have them, and marking the points. Next, I'll be using these eyes. Before I do that, I will just make holes using my drill machine. I'll just make small holes just to get those eye to screw in the eye that is there, and taken a small uh, drill bit, very small drill. I think 1/32 inch of drill, but this is the smallest I had, which was a little loose for this. The pieces that I'm going to put in, screw the eye heads, but what you can do is, what I actually did is I applied some glue to the ends and then screwed them in, and that once it dries it stays put, so that's not to worry. Next, you will also need a transparent twine. Now you can use, it's very easily available at most craft stores or stationery store, if you ask them for that twine. So I'm just screwing in the heads, and after that we will just, I tried to tap it in but it did not work, so I had to go ahead back in and drill the hole deeper so that it will go in properly. Oh, that's my son. He always photobombs me. He loves to come whenever I'm working. He's always there. Curious soul. And in fact, this photo frame is going to be for his room. So he just wanted to check out what I was doing. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead, cut a piece of that twine, plastic wire, or you can use transparent wire here. I'm just tying it on one end. Then I'll make two holes on the corners of the photos and then put it in. In fact, I was just trying to demo here and I forgot that I wanted to put this darker photo in the center. So you will see me go ahead and redo this again. So I'm just putting it through just to give that floating feel that there is nothing there and the photos are just hanging out there. So this is a good idea for an. In fact, I've seen lots of people use twine and also those small clothespin that come. They can use that. Yeah, this is what I was just talking to you about when I had to go ahead and change it. But that's okay. It's very easy to do. You can take one long string. Actually, I had planned that I'll use 3 strings, but I went ahead. I saw that the string was long enough, so I just put it again. So I'll add another piece of string for the third one later. So I'm just showing you here. You can just tie it on the ends, and this is basically done. This is very simple and it's almost done. So for the finishing, what I'm going to do, I love the look, raw look of the wood. So and it also matches up with the furniture that he has in his room. So I thought that I'll just give a light coat of varnish, a couple of coats of varnish on it, and that is it. That is how I'm going to finish it. So guys, if you think that it is going to be rough, yeah, I'm just adding the varnish. So if you think that it's going to be rough, or you think that it's not very smooth, the wood is not smooth, go ahead and use a sandpaper and just sand it down. It should not take long. It should they normally come quite smoothened out. So and it's not very expensive to get this wood. You can find it at any store where you get wood, plywood and stuff. They will have these. They also call it beading. They different widths and they are easily available. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, do not forget to give a like, share and subscribe to my channel. It would really helps me out when every time you like my videos. It encourages me. So I will see you soon, and stay home, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.